Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video today I will be showing you how you can make this anime effect on Adobe Photoshop, and it's really easy to do. So let's dive right in. So I have already opened up this image of this girl sitting in this ledge area. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to open up my layers panel, unlock this layer, background layer. I'm going to rename layer 0 to be backup image so that in case if I make any goof ups, I can easily come back here on my original layer, right? So what I'm going to do is that in this layer, I will be making a selection. So I will be using my quick selection tool from this panel over here, and I'll be selecting this option above which says select subject. It will automatically detect this girl sitting over here. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to remove this inner portion between her arms like this. Now select some portion as well, this. And I'm just going to increase my brush size by clicking onto the brackets option, and I'm just going to select this entire ledge as well. Right, so we've got this, and now once we've made a selection, I'm going to go back to my layers panel, and I'm going to select this layer mask tool like this. And when I do that, the entire background gets removed, right? So I'm going to go ahead now and duplicate this layer by clicking on Ctrl plus J, and I'm going to select this backup image, and I'm going to go ahead and lock it as well, right? So I'm going to come back here on this layer backup image copy, and I'm just going to rename this layer again to be camera raw filter. Okay, so I'm going to now add some edits here in this image, right? So I'll make sure that I'm in my camera raw filter. I'll go to filter, and I'll come over here which says camera raw filter again. Right. So I'm now going to make some changes over here in the panel, right? So I'm going to come down here to highlights. I'm going to make highlights to be -100 like this, right? Shadows over here is going to be +58, and clarity, which is at the bottom over here, clarity is going to be 50. The temperature, which is above here, the temperature over here is going to be 6. Tint over here is going to be -13. And lastly, the blacks, which is again at the bottom over here, I'm going to make this -78. Right? So once we've got this, I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And there you go. You can see that this effect is now applied to this girl as well. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back to my layers panel again, and I'm going to make another duplicate of the same layer by clicking on Ctrl plus J, and I'm going to rename this layer again to be filter gallery effects. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I'm on my latest layer right now. Go over here to filter and go to filter gallery. So in this filters gallery, I'll make sure that I am in this artistic panel right here, and I'm in poster edges, right? As you can see, I'm gonna just zoom out like this onto the girl like that. So the edge thickness and the edge intensity both are 0, and posterization, I'm just gonna play around with this a little bit. Right, I'm gonna let posterization be 1 itself and click on OK, like that. Okay, so we've got some type of effects now. So now I'm going to add the background as well. I'm going to open up my anime background that I had saved. So it's right here, this image. You can find these kind of images really easily from Pixabay or from Google. And once you like a particular background, you can go ahead and also save them, right? Now, before I move this image over here to my main document, I have to make sure that this image is unlocked like this. And I'm now going to move this image over here like that. Okay? I'm going to place it here. I'm going to rename layer 1 to be anime background. And I'm just going to shift this anime background right below the filter gallery effects like that. Right? So we've got this, and I'm just going to make slightly more effects on this anime background layer. So I'm going to go over here to my adjustments panel and click on hue and saturation. So in this masters one, the first one, I'm going to make hue to be 16 and saturation to be -7, like that. Now I'm going to come over here to cyans, and over here I'm going to make hue to be +43, saturation to be -58, and lightness to be 10, like that. And there you go. We have now successfully recreated the same effect right over here, this anime effect over here on this image as well. I'm going to go ahead and also close this image once we do not need it, and we can go ahead and also save our file now. So in order to do that, I'll be going to file and clicking on save as. So I'm just going to save it here, right? So I'm going to save this to anime effect version 2, since it's the same effect, and just for this tutorial I had to show you how you can save it, right? So you click on OK. So you can name your file as to whatever name you want to give it to and save it accordingly. So that's it. So now that we have come to the end of your tutorial, I hope you found this video to be useful, and with a little practice you can make such type of anime effect on different kinds of images as well. So thank you for watching, and